Building language at home, self-talk and parallel talk. Self-talk and parallel talk are strategies you can use at home to promote your child's communication development. This is as simple as talking about what you are doing during your daily activities or talking about what someone else is doing, specifically your child. It is important to label vocabulary, use action words, use descriptive words, use prepositions, and use correct pronouns. Labeling new vocabulary is very important. It takes children many repetitions of hearing new words in order to understand the names of items and eventually use those words in the future. You can hold up items so that your child can see them, or you can just make sure that you have their attention while you're pointing to something in your environment or something you're interacting with. You can use a phrase like, "This is a blank," to ensure that your child is looking at what you're labeling. Lots of children begin inquiring about what things are by saying, "What is this?" You may even find yourself asking your child to label things as they begin communicating more frequently. Instead of questioning your child, just keep labeling things yourself. This takes the pressure off of talking with your child, and you can encourage more communication from them to do other things like requesting or answering more functional questions. The use of action words is also very important when you are using the self-talk and parallel talk strategies. Modeling and repeating action words throughout your child's day will help them to become more familiar with what these words mean and how to use them. Children generally begin using present tense action words such as sit or eat before they begin using present progressive verb tenses such as sitting or eating. Modeling both will help your child to begin understanding and using these various verb tenses. Repetition is also important when modeling action words, so if you are doing an activity where the action is repeated, make sure you're also repeating the word as you're talking about what you're doing or what your child is doing. For example, if you are folding laundry, keep modeling the word folding in a sentence as you are completing the task. Not only does this frequent modeling of words help your child to understand these words, it also helps keep them engaged in what you are doing or what they are doing, which helps to build better social communication skills as well. The understanding and use of descriptive words is also important for your child's communication development. Descriptive terms help build vocabulary and promote longer utterances produced by your child. Be sure to use simple descriptors your child is likely to understand or things that you will be able to apply to many items. Big and little are good examples of simple descriptive terms you can use to talk about lots of different things in your house. When you're using descriptive words, be sure to hold up similar items you can use to compare with descriptive words. For example, hold up 2 different spoons while you're in the kitchen making dinner and label each as big spoon or little spoon, showing your child each as you are labeling. Prepositions are also some of the earliest words your child can understand and sometimes use as well. Prepositions are location terms or spatial terms, and they include some easy words such as in or on, and these are words your child is likely to understand before they can use. You'll see them following directions that may include these words before they use them on their own. That's why it's important to make sure that you are exaggerating these words when you're modeling them with your child. These words can be used in many contexts during your day, making them great words for your child to use as well. As you narrate your day or your child's actions, be sure to emphasize these words and other prepositions when you can. For example, if you're putting something in the fridge, you can say, "I'm putting milk in the fridge." Or when your child is building blocks, you can say, "You are putting the block on top." Using correct pronouns is also important for your child's understanding and use of pronouns. Instead of referring to yourself in the third person, such as, "Mommy is folding Johnny's clothes," or "Daddy's putting your toys away," use the correct pronouns like I, me or my, or your. Pronouns are very abstract concepts, so hearing them frequently is helpful for mastery. Children imitate what they hear, so it's best to use pronouns correctly so they will use them correctly in the future. Lots of kids frequently refer to themselves in the third person because they hear their parents referring to themselves in the third person or using their child's name in place of a pronoun. While it's important for them to know their name and be able to respond to their name, it's also important for them to begin using and understanding pronouns in the correct way as well. Here are some quick tips on using these strategies at home. Be sure you have gained attention from your child. You want to make sure that there are limited distractions in your environment while you are purposely using these strategies, so keeping your child's attention and keeping them engaged is important. Repetition is key for all learning opportunities. Children need to hear words multiple times before they are able to understand them fully or be able to use those words in the future. So if you think you're talking too much, you probably aren't, so don't worry. And keep your language simple, but not too simple. When you're modeling, there is no need to talk like you're talking to another adult, but continue to use complete sentences. Try to avoid vocabulary that might be too difficult or abstract. While hearing new vocabulary words is always a good thing, it's better to keep your language simpler to include more common words they can hear in multiple contexts throughout their day. I hope you found this beneficial, and I hope you're able to apply this strategy of self-talk or parallel talk with your child today.